right, so this is Karen. This is our only female in the litter, and this is our first evaluation of the day, so I'm going to talk through what we're looking for in these evaluations. So, in general, we put the testing area in a room that the puppies have never been in before, so that it's all new, with items that they've never seen before, and a fake dog that they think is real for a while. And so we want to gauge about 14 different temperament traits during this testing. Some of these things we've already discovered about the puppies, but a lot of them come through more clearly during this testing because they're in a brand new environment, alone, without their litter mates, and we see how they react to the stressors of that. So a couple of things we're looking for overall are energy level, like how much energy do they have? You'll be able to see the differences in the puppies, I think, as we go through the 7 puppies today. We also want to see their friendliness with other dogs, which she walked right up to the dog and was friendly with it. She's showing me one of the things we're looking for, which is called prey drive or toy drive. I expect it to be pretty high with most of these puppies. Just they love toys, they love shaking toys, they love the crinkle noise. Good girl. So the wobble board might have startled her a little bit, and the first thing she did was run to her puppy friend for comfort, so that's an interesting. But I love how her tail's wagging and she's walking around looking at everything and checking everything out. So that's a brave puppy. So we're also going to see how they react to stress and how confident they are. Come here, puppy. Come here, puppy. Good girl. Good girl. Oh my goodness. You showing your doggy friend? Or would you like to tug? Do you like to tug? Where'd you go, Karen? Come here. Oh, good girl. So she's just doing all of the climbing that I was going to ask her to do. She's already done it, huh? She already did it. Hi. One of the first things we're usually able to gauge is their assertiveness with people, which means how bossy are they with people? How much do they get in your space? And you notice when I was sitting there, she didn't even approach me. She was checking out everything else. And now that she's checked out everything else, now she's jumping on me. So I would rate her assertiveness as medium. Okay, now we're going to test out some motivation. Let's see if we like to do what we're asked to do. Come here. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. I think for the breed overall, their motivation is pretty high compared to other breeds, but we're gonna rank their scores compared to other dogs of the same breed. So we can't just rate them all high because they're an Aussie Doodle. They're all different. So come here, puppy. Good girl. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was a big jump. Come here. Let's try the wobble board. Come here. Good girl. Good girl. She's like, that thing moves. I don't know. She likes that one that doesn't move. Is that your friend? Is that your friend? Huh? You like to chase a ball? No? So one of the things that we're going to look for is if they want to chase stuff. And if they want to chase things that are smaller than them, then we're not going to recommend them for a home with cats because that could be a disaster. She doesn't seem interested in the ball. Good girl. Okay, now she's probably figured out that's not real now, because it's not playing back with her. So I don't know if she'll still be interested in it or not. So now we're gonna see how her startle recovery is. She doesn't seem to notice this, so that's good. So when we pop the umbrella open in their face, I mean, I would normally expect some sort of reaction because it is a scary thing. So what we're looking for is how long does it take them to recover if they're startled from the umbrella. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Good girl. The umbrella never opens when I want it to, does it? Can you come here? Come here. Come here. Good girl. Woo. Well, she's approaching it from a different direction. It's a good girl. And if she approaches it, then I'm going to reward her. She's like, no, I'll just sit behind you. So we're never going to force them to go up to something that's scary. We're just going to reward them if they choose to. Good girl. So even though she's climbing on me, good girl, she's still getting closer to it. So we're going to reward that. You're a good girl. Yes, you're a good girl. I know. Good girl. I move my legs so you have the option. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, you're very brave. Come here. Good girl. After the startle is over, it's a good idea to give them something to play with and let them decompress from that for a second if they need it. Good girl. So now I'm gonna roll the duck across the floor, but I wanna make sure and do that when she's not looking at it because I just want her to hear it. So I'm gonna try to distract her. And she's not startled of that. She just looked at it. Good girl. That's so good. Good girl. Come here. Good girl. So this is the touch tolerance test. And we're touching 10 things on their body in a little bit of a rougher manner than we should, just to see what their tolerance to it is. We're not hurting them or anything. We're just being a little rougher than we should be with an 8-week-old puppy. This is a good indicator if they will tolerate kids and other dogs and stuff like that. Good girl. So I would rate hers medium. She tolerated it. She didn't love it. Probably can't see in the video, but her eyes got a little white when I flipped her over, which is okay. And now she's holding on to my arm. Which is all right, huh? That's okay. It's a good girl. Their touch tolerance never gets worse. It only gets better with practice. Oh, good girl. Okay. So one of the things that I didn't mention yet that we're kind of looking for throughout the entire test is their human focus. So like, how much do they pay attention to the tester versus the environment and other things? I would say she's like 50-50, watching me and watching the other things that are going on in the area. Okay, so the last thing we're going to test is tenderheartedness, and this is super confusing, but tenderhearted puppies either react to the intense emotions of their people or they're upset by them. So if a puppy rates tenderhearted, like a high level of tenderhearted, we probably don't want those puppies in homes where there's lots of intense emotions like anxiety, depression, kids having temper tantrums, screaming, yelling, things like that. So, because those puppies will react to those. Puppies that aren't tender-hearted, we don't necessarily have to worry about that. So, I'm going to have a fake temper tantrum and we'll see what happens. Ah! 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 Is her tail wagging?
Oh yes, it's
Okay.
going crazy.
She just wants me to get up, right? She's not affected by it. She just wants me to get up and play. So she's probably not tenderhearted at all. So our emotions are not affecting her. So that's a good thing, like especially if you're looking for an emotional support dog or a service dog, stuff like that. So that's a good girl. Okay.